So I am currently looking at one of the most incredible 360-degree panoramic views that I've seen of the Himalayas in my life. But I feel like it would be too easy if I showed it to you right now. That would be like having the dessert before the meal. Here you get a hint of it. Almost no snow on those mountains, but what I'm looking at out this way, all snow covered. I just hiked several hours up that to get up here. One of the steepest hikes I've ever done. No trail. It was worth it. So I'm going to ask you to hike through the video, so to speak, and you will get to see this amazing view very soon. Here we go. Himalayas, Himachal Pradesh, India. Welcome to Tosh in the Himalayas of Himachal Pradesh state. Look at this day. Unreal, especially if you happen to see the last video from yesterday when I arrived here by taxi from Manikaran, and it was kind of clouded up, and then little raindrops started coming down just as I arrived at my hotel right there, and then soon it started to rain, and it turned into a very, very cold and pretty strong rain all afternoon. Hello.
Hello.
But the forecast was showing sunshine today. I was hoping to heck it was going to be true, and what do you know? Not a cloud. Oh, an airplane. That was an interesting image right there. The airplane, you probably can't really see it, but just as I looked up, it flew right into two birds that were very close together. Obviously, the airplane was way above, but it literally looked like a mid-air crash of a plane and two black birds. Funny. So, the village of Tosh is about a 15-minute walk that way. I am going to walk up this path, which apparently keeps going. I have no idea how far, but there's an English fellow staying at my hotel, and I was talking with him yesterday evening and asked him about this trail, and he said that it goes a ways. So one way to find out. Down there, the Parvati River, the Parvati Valley. I guess some of that might be fresh snow from the precipitation yesterday. Snowview Guest House. That is a very accurate name today. Okay, waterfall. I'd heard about that. Distance 30 minutes. Kutla. Distance 1 hour. The English guy had mentioned that as well. A village, so Tosh village, you can see actually it's 30 minutes it says, but you know, maybe 20 or so to the area where the taxis drop you, the end of the road. So I'm especially excited about today because I have had some bad luck seeing the Himalayas in recent attempts. Some of you may remember, not that long ago, just a week ago, in McLeodganj above Dharamshala. Then I did the Triund trek, and it was mostly clouded over. The clouds sort of parted. I got a bit of a view of the high peaks there, but not great. A few more of you might remember also last spring when I was in India on my previous trip, when I went to Sikkim with high hopes of getting views of the Himalayas in the course of, I forget how long I was there, about a week I think, and never saw the mountains, like just some little glimpses, but it was all cloudy, overcast, fog. I was in areas where I should have gotten amazing views of the Himalayas and basically never saw them. So this is what I have been looking for most of the year, basically. So finally it is happening. And I am already feeling the elevation a little bit, just a little bit harder to breathe. Not sure how high up we are right here, but must be, I don't know, 7,000 feet or something. I'll look online, put the elevation down below here. All right, let's get this hike into the Himalayas going. Very curious to see where this goes. I guess we know at least it goes for an hour to that Kutla village. And then perhaps beyond. Also, the question will be, how much hiking am I in the mood for? How much my legs can handle? I'm not in amazing shape and a little bit sore from like yesterday hiking just around the village, because it's a bit of a hike to get back to my hotel from the center. But anyways, I am ready to accomplish whatever I can accomplish here. A cool lodge and restaurant here. What a view, man. So today is November 4th. And the temperature swings at this time of the year, hey buddy, are really extreme from night to day. So yesterday evening was just brutally cold, probably in part because of the change in the weather, getting cloudy and then rainy, and so it wasn't warming up, and so the evening was just really intense. And then in my room just before going to sleep, just freezing everything off. But now it is 10:30 in the morning and I am overheating, so it is time for a shirt change. That's better. We'll see how long this lasts before I gotta take the shirt off and roll up the pants. I'm actually starting to wish that I had worn my sandals, because it is warm, and I guess only going to get warmer unless it gets colder as we go uphill. Let's find out. Love these classic old mountain lodges. When was that built? Definitely a few decades ago or more. I guess that must be the waterfall. Beautiful. And it is getting intensely steep and looks intenser. But that's the way to get the best views. So I got confirmation from some guys around the corner there collecting firewood with a mule that this is the way to Kutla. Oh man, I can't wait to see the views from the top of that ridge there. Hell yeah. So there is Tosh. Yeah, there's the road. The end of the road around the corner there. Oh man, the sight of those mountains is just so inspiring. So, we have a junction, completely opposite directions, and I don't see a sign. I could look on my phone. Yeah, let's go ahead and give it a try. I have no idea if I'll have any reception or anything here, but let's see. So no reception at all, but it is showing me where I am. The blue dot there, Tosh down there, or Tosh rather, and then a couple of clues here. So Kutla Glacier Point, and that appears to be straight ahead. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that the village is that way, but I was thinking regardless of going that way, because it seems to be going more straightforwardly up into the mountains, and I want to get up higher and higher. So let's go ahead and give this a try, and then we'll see, maybe go that way when I come back. I cannot remember a day that was this blue in a while. Literally, you cannot find the tiniest little shred of a cloud. Just unreal. So, something that I need to keep my eyes open for, even though it is highly unlikely, is the possibility of a bear. So when I did the Trion trek up above McLeod Ganj, I saw one. Not just one, but I think 3. Probably mama and 2 cubs. I was hiking down and went to pass these people, and they said black bear and pointed down the hill. It was a long ways down there. It was just this collection of 3 furry black dots, so no threat. Long ways away, could barely see what they were. If those guys hadn't mentioned it, I wouldn't have noticed them, but they are in the Himalayas. Very, very unlikely to be seen. That is the first time I've ever seen bears outside of the US and Canada, wild, not in a zoo, that I can think of. And speaking of wild animals, look what we got. Not the first time I've seen a white horse in the Himalayas. It also happened in Nepal. Hello. And a black one, or maybe a mule. Man, this is amazing. You want to stay out of the danger zone. Don't get right behind a horse. I actually saw a horse or a donkey or something kick another horse or donkey just recently, somewhere here in India, maybe in McLeod Ganj. Didn't like heard it, just kind of pushed it away. Guy with a blue bucket there. Either a firewood collector or perhaps a porter, but that could be a sign that this is the way to Kutla. I don't really care too much at this point. It would be nice to see the village, but much more important is getting higher up in the mountains. And boom, Kutla in camp. Buildings right here. Very, very small. If this is the whole village. Oh man, this is just getting more and more amazing. If I could just get on top of that ridge there, see what's on the other side. That is definitely the mission. Even if there's no trail, I might be able to do it. It looks really straightforward, especially if I head to the right. I mean, that looks crazy. But to the right here, doesn't really look all that far. So close, but every step is getting tougher and tougher. We got more whatevers. Mules. Hello. Namaste. How you doing? So I wonder if these are lodges, guest houses, or just homes. Looks like probably that one at least is a place you could stay. That would be really ultimate. Just don't expect a lot of nightlife. Hey, doggy. Oh. Hello there. Hiya. How you doing? Is this your home? You live here? You a Kutla dog? Well, I'm guessing this is indeed Kutla, in which case it's barely even a village, more like a camp, as the sign said. I guess that's what it was referring to, in camp. So, while I'm walking along here, I will tell a very short little story from last night. Warning to perhaps vegans or others who are squeamish, etc., about the killing of bugs, especially spiders, because that occurs in this story. So, I spent the evening in the restaurant area that I showed at the beginning of the video when I was eating my omelet sandwiches there. A bit warmer. There was a heater in there. It was still pretty cold. I was all bundled up. Pants. I bought new long underwear, tops and bottoms that are very thick and warm. And then hat, scarf, jacket, socks, boots, etc. So fully clothed and still a little chilly, but it was warmer than in my room, which has no heating at all. So I go back to my room, it's late, 9:30 or something, and turn on the light and then go to sit down my backpack and see a daddy longlegs spider on the wall, just hanging there, like average size, you know, that big or something. And daddy longlegs are barely even spiders, you know, I'm not afraid of them at all. But I have a sort of general no bug policy in the rooms. I just don't want bugs in my room. Mosquitoes, spiders, flies especially, man, I despise flies. And trying to catch them is usually just like a fool's errand, and then maybe they get away and hide under the bed, and then you know that there's a spider or whatever around, and so generally I just squish them. So I went to the bathroom, grabbed a little piece of toilet paper, and boom, squished. Goodbye, spider. Sorry. Not a good day for you, but that's the way the milk crumbles, so to speak. So 3 seconds later, after that, I turn around and my eyesight swoops across the wall as I'm like going to go to the bathroom or something, and boom, massive spider on the wall. Not a daddy long legs, the biggest spider I have seen in a long, long time. Not quite tarantula size, but like almost small tarantula sized. I would say like about that big, and daddy long legs, they could be that big and still their body is, you know, teeny tiny and spindly little legs. And this was not that. This was like a furry legged thick spider. One of those kinds that just about everyone will be like, oh my God, we got to deal with this. So I think fast, grab my journal, aim, hoping it doesn't, you know, move. I'm sure it could move quick if it wanted, and then, you know, it could get under the bed or whatever, and that would not be a fun night sleeping knowing it was in the room. So I step up on the bed, because it's a good ways up there. Journal, kablam, squish, and that thing like splattered. But I was very much relieved knowing it was gone, and then I was definitely looking around a lot more for any more of them, but haven't seen any more spiders. But that one was a bit surprising. I guess maybe it was trying to get out of the cold and like the slightly warmer room, even though it was cold in there too. But again, sorry spider, nothing personal, but gotta get rid of that, in my opinion. Okay, at a camp, Gold Star Camp, room in tent and cafe. So there you go. You can stay up here. Oh man. So at this point, I kind of lost the trail. Maybe I should have gone the other way. But this is terrain that I can easily navigate without a trail if necessary. Very likely I will find the trail again, but you have a nice clear view. I mean, we have forests here, but they aren't super thick, and I will probably be getting up above them pretty soon. I could see the ridge, much less trees there. That might be a trail there. Yes. So a small but pretty clear trail. Only thing is, it is going that way. I need it to swing to the left. If it doesn't do that soon, then I will go off trail in order to try to get up top of the ridge. But we'll just see what's around the corner and through the trees. So good news. Looks like wherever this trail is going, we are going to get some amazing views soon. I can see behind the trees a really dramatic peak. So, the water bottle is always in my backpack. Whenever I leave, wherever I'm going, I always make sure that it has water in it, even if I'm going to a water park on a rainy day. Not that I've ever done that, but also inside the day pack always is my jacket that even if it's a hot day in the desert, then it serves as a pad against the other stuff in the backpack, including the water bottle, so that that stuff is not up against my back. But also, of course, it comes in very, very handy for rain, cold, sandstorms, dust storms, locusts, whatever. It's really remarkable how much I feel like I'm in California right now, in the Sierra Nevada mountains. It looks so similar. So we are actually making progress towards the top of that ridge. Ooh. Nice old shack. Hey bear. Hey bear. Hey mountain lion. Hey panda. Hey spiders. Hey snow leopard. Come here, snow leopard. I want to see ya. It would be worth the risk. Oh man, this is a funky one. I guess that's more of a barn animal shed. Okay, now, which way to go? The path kind of still goes that way. Let's do that. So no apparent trail at this point. That might be kind of the last of civilization. So we are going into the wilderness, carefully paying close attention, watching for scary animals, and trying really, really hard not to get lost. Yay, I'm not lost. I found a trail already. Okay, we'll follow this. See how far it goes. So I never got the view of the mountain that I thought that I was going to see. Straight ahead, through the trees. Looks amazing. I'm sure you would see it better if you went that way, but I'm going to, for one thing, continue following this trail and see if it goes up the valley or up the ridge, which I guess is probably less likely, in which case I will go off trail because I want to get a view of that mountain there and whatever is on the other side there. That is looking north, so from here it is just the very, very beginning, essentially, of the real Himalayas. So back in 2014, the trip that I have talked about a lot on these recent videos, because I am kind of retracing my steps to some extent, going to some of the same places that I went on that trip, then ultimately I ended up in Leh Ladakh, hoping to take the bus back to Manali, south of there, but north of here, just a few hours. I will probably go there next. But I was there waiting in Leh for the passes to open so that I could take the bus from there to Manali, an epic 2-day bus journey. But it was May and the passes were not opening, still full of snow, and so finally I had to catch a flight to Delhi. That flight was, without a doubt, the most incredible flight I have ever taken. Only a little bit more amazing than one that I took, actually two I think, that I took leaving Kathmandu and flying to Kathmandu, seeing the Himalayas from there, but it was a very different perspective going along the, basically the side of the mountains, because Nepal is like half kind of plains, and then boom, all of a sudden the high peaks of the Himalayas. And so you're looking from the plane across kind of flat, and then the mountains right there. So that was totally amazing as well. But this one was more amazing because we flew over the Himalayas. So Leh Ladakh is still in the Himalayas. I don't know when exactly you would say the Himalayas stop. I guess you get to the Tibetan Plateau, and then maybe that isn't considered the Himalayas, probably not. But from Leh to Delhi, then you're flying over the skinny part of the Himalayas because, of course, it is much, much longer east to west. But still, that flight was mountains and mountains and mountains and mountains. As far as the eye could see, you couldn't see when you were in the middle of it, the end of it, either way. It was like 30 minutes or something of just flying over the Himalayas, all snow-covered high peaks. So, point being, there are a lot more mountains that way. Okay, this is not looking as easy as it had looked before. Trail still sort of continuing. Let's go for as long as it is safe to do so. Because, yeah, if I can just get to the base there, okay, this is looking more doable. Oh man, that is not going to be fun. Oh man, look at that. Ay, 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 ay. But this is what is in the way of the views. Unless I can still see the trail there. Maybe it's going to go around this ridge. Or if I could get up there, maybe I can get to a saddle without having to go there, because there is sort of a path. Okay, I'm thinking give that a shot, because I can see blue sky there, not that far away. The question is, do you get there and then it's just more of the ridge in the way? But let's go for it.